Love, light, greetings, gratitude, blessings and blessings, beautiful soul family. My divinity to yours. Welcome and welcome back. I thank you from the bottom of my heart and the depth of my soul for your love, light and support, for your kindness and joyousness, your participation and appreciation in our uniting light. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The 5th of June 2024, the first of 2 days of the event D-Day landings that's taking place in Normandy, France. I'm not giving detail about the history that you can read up. The purpose and intention of the reading is to determine the authenticity of the energy for this event. And the reason I'm doing this is many are watching, reading, or just listening if you are busy. And what this also does is it rekindles the past, pain and suffering that is victorious for some, but a loss for others. For any gain, there is a loss. And the focus will always be on the celebration, the victory, the triumph, the win at all cost. But in that process, there was a lot of suffering, pain, and loss of life, loss of livelihood, loss of breadwinners, loss of families. And the earth is saturated with that kind of pain. So let us use this opportunity through techniques I've already given about cleansing and purifying and shielding and raising vibration, by holding that vision to cleanse and purify the earth of all the pain and suffering. I always believe that yes, we need to celebrate victories and days that are important, but I feel that money, time, energy can be invested in a much better way. You don't need these elaborate displays that further pollute the earth through all the travelling, the fuel, the diesel, the gases in the atmosphere, and putting people through financial difficulty to get there, and so much of energy and traffic, of not just vehicle traffic but human traffic, concentration of energy to participate in something that just brings about the rekindling and surfacing of tragedy and victory in the same breath. And what this does is it creates portals for those that create these type of events to feast on the energy of that type of concentration of energy, of rekindling the past pain and suffering. We should never be having a war in the first place. There should never be pain or suffering in the first place. So I'm reading today, on the first of 2 days of this event, the authenticity of the energy that's prevalent. Divine Spirit, please come through and help us to understand clearly the information through the messages given of the energy that is present. Please guide and protect us, open our hearts and fill it with your love. all that racketeering outside of the monkeys. I live where there's a lot of recreation, so we get all kinds that visit our property. Thank you, Divine Spirit. At the bottom is the Justice card. I shuffled the deck and this card fell out. And I put it back in and I shuffled a few times more and it still appeared at the bottom. Justice. The call for justice. All that red is the bloodshed. All that green calls for healing. And all that violet or purple calls for divine consciousness to be pillared in this portal. These are the pillars, the portal. The divine consciousness energy is what should be raising in vibration. The bloodshed is at the bottom. And of course the green is sitting at the center, which is the heart vibration energy, calling for a balance of heart, love, and divine consciousness. Sitting at the doorstep of history, of time, guarding it. Guarding the past and continually bring it into the present, suppressing the energy into the present. All this work and effort that goes into creating this ladder to celebrate the sadness, the loss of life. The devil, the darkness, the evil, the demonic. Every loss of life in such a mass is not just a loss of life, it is a satanic feast. It is instigated. It is engineered in absolute detail. Divine Spirit, show us, tell us, reveal to us the truth of this energy for this event. What is the true and authentic, genuine energy surrounding this event? That flipped, 5 of Cups, Queen of Swords, and the 6 of Swords. Great sadness, great loss of life, depression, that to this day the earth mourns. The spirit mourns. This great sadness that has happened over lifetimes. Not just in this particular incident, but of course, like these, that has hurt and wounded and created such upheaval in life, in families, in countries and nations. It needs to stop. It is a rule that is upheld, an agenda. And this particular card, the Queen's back is turned. So decisions are made, not with the right intention, facing the truth, facing the details. It is made with your back turned to the masses, to the world, to the population. It's my way, the only way, my decision, my instruction, my dictation, my word, my plan. Sitting on a cliff must definitely mean that there's an ocean below. And I believe this event was also not just an airborne attack or landing, it was also an amphibious one, meaning by boat, by through water. High up, throned, watching the events, watching the pain and the suffering continue. There's your boat, 6 of Swords. Off to the war with the 5 of Swords. We're on our way to victory, to celebrate this sadness, this resurgence of energy of the past, of the pain, of the memories that have shattered lives, homes, hearts, nations. Swords is mental, strategy, planning, plotting, scheming, designing to perfection. Cups is water, emotion, sadness, but abundance at the same time. But in this case, an abundance of sadness and grief and pain. That is the energy vibration of this event. That is the pure, authentic energy vibration of this event. So tell us, what does the energy look like today? A whole lot fell. But the 2 that was turned over in my hand is the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords. The Queen of Swords is down. We have the King of Swords. Right, it's a balancing of energy, meaning what is done in one hand must be done on the other. So for one loss is another's gain. That is the strategy of rule. There's no loss to the dark. Remember something. If the dark loses in one country or one situation, it gains somewhere else. But what it does is it has a seesaw effect, a yo-yo effect, a buoyancy. You cannot have stillness throughout. You've got to create turbulence somewhere to focus an attention, a distraction, a diversion, to gain economy somewhere else. to gain victory somewhere else. And then you calm, and then you go and start instigate it in another place, and you create the same effect. That is the rule. On the right hand side is the Queen. On the left hand side, no, I apologize, I'm not looking at it from behind, I'm looking at it forward, so you are too. So on the left hand side is the Queen, and the right hand side is the King. Armored for battle, relentless, strategic, intentional, ruthless, brutal. Swords, King and Queen, Knight of Swords and Six of Swords. Six of Swords, 6th is June. 6th of June is still the event, 5th and 6th. And we have 3 additional swords to the 6th, which is 9. 3 swords individually plus the 6 on the 6 of Swords card, and the total is 9. It's a 3-6-9 energy. And I will say it again, this is the TATLER frequency of manifestation. In the readings I have already done, in the last 3 or 4 videos that I've posted, the 3, the 6, the 9 is playing up. So we are in a very high frequency energy right now to manifest. So you either manifest on a polarity of light or dark. And I encourage us all in light to overcome this energy, to beat this energy of darkness. Listen to the last 3 videos, the recent 3 videos that I've done, and I think the one on the Royal Channeling playlist that I did as well, the most recent one or 2 would have the 3-6 energy, 3-6-9 energy playing up the Chariot. We have so many clouds here. We have 3 sets of clouds. Airborne energy. Energy controlling from higher places. Energy control from dark agenda. Dark systems. Higher ranking systems that have their minions on the ground with the swords, King and Queen. And of course, your battalion, the Knight. And then you have, with the 6 of Swords, the survivors, the soldiers that are taking across the deceased as well. Chariot is movement, advancement, progression. Not necessarily progression and advancement in positivity. It's progressing a demise, progressing a loss at the same time to advance a victory. And it feels like such an event has always given the attention, the economic, the publicity, for one specific agenda. There's not a single happy card out here. Not a single happy one. It is bordered in darkness, bound and shackled by darkness, sadness, fight, war, conflict, blood. So if you are watching, if you are listening or reading, take the light and let it flood through, to sweep over, to smooth out the pain, the suffering and the losses, and to end such unnecessary events. To end it. There's no need for it. You cannot do anything to change the past. While one country or one nation celebrates their victory, there's been hundreds and thousands of lives lost. How can it be a victory? How can you choose which life is better over the other? You cannot. I shall leave it here. Beautiful hearts, I love you, I bless you, I thank you. Till next.